Oof. That's a really sour way to end the season. I'd say. Gosh. I'll be stuck on this for way too long. Whew. Get out of my head. We had a good... This is literally the first year this university's football program has existed. And we are at an FBS level, and we were competitive at 5-7. That's all that I need to realize. Right? Like, I don't advance bowl season. We're not going to a bowl, but damn. You know, okay. Here's the biggest positive I can take from that. He's a senior, so he can go suck ass in arena football for all I care. Actually, you know what? Nah. Ashley Tolbert is going to the German Football League. That's what he deserves. A little GFL action. Jonathan Taylor of Wisconsin, winning the Heisman. One quarterback in the running this year from NC State. Decent stats, 1,300 yards. Not a whole lot of passing, but let's see. Actually, we can look at what our AD wants to say. You didn't qualify for a full invitation? Take a breather and watch how the winners play. Yo, that's like savage, almost. Watch how the winners play? You're gonna do that to me? Oof. That is rude. At least we get to go to the off season. Where we need LaRon Edwards and Steve Harvey. Those are the only two guys that I really care about putting points into. If we get those guys, we already have a decent sized recruiting class, numbers wise, with some solid 3-stars. We certainly don't have anybody incredible on the roster, but it's not bad either. The only thing that I don't think that we got was a fast, a scrambling quarterback. So that's our priority for next year. But we also have Deontay Osborne, and I think I might have redshirted a guy who might be a little quick. But damn. You're kidding me. Bobby, thank you. We're not going to give that to a recruit, because the last thing we need after the, what shall we call it? The seizure? Is it a seizure? Is this a stroke? Is it paralysis? Whatever it was, we can't afford to be getting vacated wins or some other weird shit. But seriously, thank you. That's incredible. Wait. David Shaw is the second top candidate for the Notre Dame job. Ooh. How do I... I want to get this through. So that, because eventually if I do enough coaching carousel, I think that the Gorge University position might pop up. Although this is gonna create a lot of weird shit. Oh no! What'd you miss? Did you miss the notification? We're just trying to get ourselves a head coaching job. As we just spam our way through here, there's so many new jobs that we've potentially changed. A lot of unexpected jobs. Yes, I do. Did it have a icon? Gosh, I'm gonna have to do a lot of work tonight. Finding that clip. Did I move? Like, no. I haven't yet. We're trying to find a job. Can I like? Oh, Miami's changing up its coordinators. Ugh. Would you look at that? There's a button for exactly what I'm trying to do. Who would have thought? That's incredible. Oh. Akron. As a coordinator. No? I don't think that I want to go to Akron, to be honest. Like, that Akron is one of my normal dynasty picks, but I'm not going there as a offensive coordinator. I don't want any OC jobs, friends. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have many options though. Yeah. Ooh, ECU is one that I've tempted for, but I just would like to stay at the team builder one for now. But if I'm gonna be an offensive coordinator somewhere, it might as well be at my created school instead of just some random one. A head coach one, I'm willing to leave. But we're basically just shuffling around the entire country's coordinating jobs. Because it looks like everybody's just... I might be fucking things up majorly here by just, like... Yeah, I might be completely shuffling everybody's coaches by doing this. I'm gonna do 2 more. Alright. I don't want to sign my contract extension though. Ooh. Let's see if anyone's leaving. If we, I guess if we do well enough as head coach, or as an offensive coordinator again this season. Though we'll probably have our pick of spots. But we're losing some great players right off the bat. Buster Espinoza played great the whole season. Ashley Tolbert, not sad to see him leave. Like, good for you, dude. You graduated, so that's all that, all that matters to me. Heath Barber, another great receiver, came up clutch all the time, did a lot for us. Book Ramsey, we didn't see him a ton, but he did great. Quad X Rivas is who I'm gonna miss, I think. Quad X was consistent every game this season, so we're really gonna miss him. Kerry Nance, another guy. That's tough. And Stanley Boone even had a few plays. Let's go. Okay. Miami is going to be second on this. I know the alphabet. Jacob Breland declaring for the draft, huh? That's all right. He's a decent tight end. Round 5 sounds like it's probably pretty good. He's got good hands. Jalen Jelks, this makes absolute sense. Although I think he goes higher in real life. Ugo Amadi, round 7, makes a little bit of sense. Could go higher. And Justin Hollins, also great. Probably higher than round 7. Those make sense. Tony Bricks James, a little surprising. Everybody else is kind of makes sense. There's a lot of guys there leaving. This makes me a little scared for next year. Let's look at Miami. I feel like this game probably has Rozier starting this year. Yeah. Because, it doesn't follow all that, the normal rules of life. Hey, Cadrion? Maybe Cadrion? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. We're in the off season after having a devastating loss in our final game of the season against Hawaii. A round 1 pick. Pretty solid. Losing some talent though. Look at these overalls. Madden 25. Oof, that was a long time ago. Yeah, like, oh, we'll find the clip eventually. But he literally, there's a play action. I'll recreate it. Who gives a shit? I got a wireless headset. So I'm the quarterback, right? He takes the snap, he goes to fake the handoff, and he just does this for like 5 seconds. And as they're trying to sack him, they don't. And he starts scrambling forward, and he's gotten like 7 yards easily. Like straight up the middle, no one's there. The D-line comes up behind him and tackles him, and he fumbles. Nice socks. These white boys. Fuck you. Anyways, we fumbled it, and it was awful. Alright, we had no one go in the draft. See what the actual results were. We saw the projections. Oregon's got 3 guys. The projections were correct. And Miami, that first round draft pick, I like it. I assuming no one. Ooh, we got transfers. They're all from in-conference. That's the fucking way to do it. not the highest overalls, but we'll take all of them. We needed a tight end. I don't think we recruited one, so we'll take that. Absolutely. Damn, yeah, you would hope so. One hell of a strong safety. Okay, here's where we get Steve Harvey. And also Laurent, what was his name? Elron? Laurent Edwards is the man. Alright, we're not... We have 10,000. I feel like Laurent is probably going to be a huge grab. He's like our highest overall player. And we're not too far behind. He's also 4-star. We really want him, so we're going to put a lot of points into him, like 5,000. Do you think we need 5,000, 170 behind? Put it at 3,000 for now. I don't necessarily know what the CPU does on all of these. This receiver also 4 stars. We're not far off. We can give him the scholarship and also throw a couple thousand points his way. Or like 1,950 for now. We don't need... We're going to have potentially 3 4-star receivers coming in. Like, 2 of them top 50, 1 of them number 51. Steve Harvey we need. Like, we don't just want Steve Harvey, we actually need him. Like, even though he's white, if he comes in, his nickname is definitely going to be the Black Bandit. It's not racist, I don't think. And he's going to be the best outside linebacker that the world has ever seen. The rest of these guys, we're going to put 500 in and hope that we lock them up. I've never really understood the off-season. Like, I'm pretty sure in regular season, you're... in recruiting, the CPU, if they put points in, they put like their max in to a guy. So like if, you know, if their head coach sucks like ours does, then the max we can put in is 500. So if we're in a recruiting battle, we have to expect that they're putting 500 in every time. Whereas I'm not sure if it works like that in the off season. This guy's got 1,000. Speed back. He's also getting 1,000. And if we fuck this up completely, then it's a learning experience. We don't need another receiver. We could use a solid strong safety. And this guy's gonna get the rest of our points. Yeah. Your Steve Harveys of the offseason. That makes sense. Really tired of it saying that I have offensive coordinator upgrades available. It would be great if my head coach would put some points into recruiting, but I think those game management skills are like not great. Where were we at? We had like 1 in each. No, we had 2 in 1. All right, let's I guess see if we get these. Yeah, Billy Whip. He's the big boy. We might do a couple Road to Glory games where you can see Billy Whip playing at Newburgh High School. Not seeing Gorge University pop up there. Oh, that guy's going to Oregon State, apparently. We got LaRon, but we didn't get... Steve Harvey went to UTEP. Oh. Brutal. Fucking Steve Harvey. Alright, let's see how this ended up. I feel like I put a solid amount into it to begin with. So we lost that receiver, who was our other 4-star. But then we got Sean Davis. So we pulled in 2 4-star receivers there. Got a good defensive tackle, a solid guard, solid cornerback. Steve Harvey, though, we lost him by 755 points. We could have had that. Not the end of the world. Got some of these other guys that we wanted. A lot of receivers in this class. Like, we're not going to have to recruit receivers for a while. We are going to look at top classes. We had the 73rd. It's not terrible. 2 4-stars in our first year. 7 3-stars. Why does it not surprise me, Spank Boy? I imagine that the teams that we care about are up here. Somewhere. Maybe. Oregon's got the 14. 5, a 7, a 3. Or a 5, 7 4s, and 3 3s. Gosh. And Miami with the top 10 class. Ended the season number 2. I didn't check bowl results. No 5-stars, but a lot of 4-stars and 3-stars. And the top 10 looks about as you would expect. Actually, kind of surprising with Michigan slipping in there. But Alabama with all the 5-stars. That's what really matters. Nebraska with 3 of them. Spread out a little bit. How's our pipelines looking? We're gonna lose Idaho. Oh no. What a shame. Like, what are we gonna do without Idaho as a pipeline state? That makes sense because this team was built on the Idaho team, so all of their Idaho prospects is what we inherited, just with different names. No one from Oregon, or did we have one guy? We just targeted him. Interesting looking map. Alright, let's get further into this. See our training and our set our depth chart for the next season. Oh, could you imagine if that happened in real life? I'm begrudgingly rooting for Notre Dame this year to go undefeated so that they end up in the playoff. Because I personally would like to see at least 6 teams in the playoff. But if Notre Dame goes, then you would have Notre Dame, and then that's going to guarantee at least 2 Power 5 conferences don't get their champions in. And then if the SEC gets two teams in again, that would mean that 3 Power 5 teams wouldn't get in. You know, I didn't. The football that we care about is on Saturdays. I don't think we got any athletes. No. Alright, let's see. Actually, let's look first off at our fastest players and what they're playing. This is the freshman coming in. You got a fast boy out there. Saturdays for the boys. This guy's a quick. Oh, Rima. He can't catch, but he's fast apparently. Okay. Oh wait, the other thing we wanted to look at with all positions was throw powers. Anybody that's not a quarterback that should be a quarterback or could be. No. Yeah, basically. It's more exciting, in my opinion, you know? The NFL feels very formulaic and like risk averse. You won't have a weird Appalachian State versus Michigan happen in the NFL. Any good training results? Deontay Osborne, who's only a sophomore apparently, didn't gain any speed, so that's a bummer. This redshirt freshman that I was hoping would get better is our fastest. So he might come in. Akeem Cleveland. One hell of a name there. And these guys have the best throw power. Cleveland 76, 78. Yeah. Redshirt freshman's gonna start. I don't care about anybody else. I'm not cutting anybody. I don't do that. I don't worry about custom conferences, so we're going straight to the preseason stuff. We can figure out this schedule. See if we can get the right stuff in. Yeah. Which, you get, like, incredible athletes in the NFL. So that's awesome to see. But at the same time, it is less emotion. That's the I don't know. Also, college, most people have a Division I school a lot closer to them than like an NFL school. For me, it's like a couple hours down to Eugene versus like I could drive to Seattle, but I'm not a Seahawks fan, so the team that I support in the NFL is the Niners, which means like it's like a 10-hour drive down to San Francisco. And then, you know, the Bay Area is also not a place that you can just go and cheaply spend a weekend for a expensive NFL game. All right, let's get this recruiting. And yeah, Mayfield's flat. Like the closest thing, I feel like it was like Terrell Owens did some like he scored a touchdown against the Cowboys and ran out to midfield and like slammed the ball into the star. But other than that, and like other than a player like Terrell Owens, you don't really see anything like that. We're going to see if anybody out of the top 100 has any interest in us, which they don't. So we're going to recruit the fastest guy and the strongest guys. And then we're going to just go out. In the preseason, actually, I guess since I'm not a coach, eventually, yeah, but you know, you're in a like there's not even an NFL team in Oregon, so I can't like use proximity as just being a default. So we need 2 middle linebackers, a corner, and a defensive end, or a center and a defensive end. See if we can get some big boy interested in us. A 1-star? Oh, he's a JUCO 1-star. That never means that they're bad. That's usually pretty solid. He's fast. A 4.7 for a center. Whew. or a 3-star. That way, we'll put Patrick Butler and Charles Perry into the mix. Pat is faster, but Charles is stronger. Yeah. I agree. Also, it's Ray Lewis. Alright, find us, as I just scroll through every position, completely missed middle linebacker, find us one of them to recruit here early. Someone who likes us. Is that the right way? We got a 3-star who likes us quite a bit. This guy's Patrick Beverly. That's another name I recognize. I'm pretty sure he plays basketball, though. And is also not college aged. We're going to try to line up one of these two guys, Jamal Schroeder and Marcus Thomas. Out of California and Moscow, Idaho. The fact that that Washington State isn't, I don't think so. Daddy. we can look, but they're not going to be. Moscow, Idaho is like literally a couple miles. Not even that. It's like right across the border from Washington State. So the fact that they're not in their top 3 means that Washington State's not doing their job looking for 3-star middle linebackers. And a defensive end. Did I go past that already? Yes. Don't worry. I do know the alphabet to some extent. A couple 3-stars with like solid interest in us. This guy's got the highest rating of defensive ends. It's the 88 in the country. This guy's stronger and faster. Now we're gonna fill our board with just like solid guys who like us. All prospects. And then after that, we will figure out some other shit. Tyler Wright. Nick Corbett. Oh, we didn't need him. We don't want to add any 2-stars yet. Defensive ends. Free safety. Not bad. Anything else that looks important that we need? We don't have so many defensive ends interested. We don't really need a fullback. Oh, that's hilarious. That's like such a cliche thing to happen. I don't really find a lot of good stuff that I want here out of these players to fill this recruiting board. So we're gonna look for a good quarterback. See what we have here. No scrambling quarterbacks have interest in us, but Kelvin Wilson, we're going to try to make him have some interest in us. Anywhere from pipeline states. California and Washington are our pipeline states. That'll give us a little bit of extra. Ooh, Tacoma, that sucks. That'll give us a little boost. And then let's look for a quick running back, and then I'll let the CPU autofill in the rest of this. Good old Washington State. Their first game day next week. And what did I do? Oh yeah. The second one, he's not gonna want us. The second one for Oregon in like a month that they'll have been to, and Oregon's 4th ranked game in a row. I'm more nervous about this game than that Washington one. Anybody that we can use here? He's gonna want to come. Stockton. That dude's gonna want to get out of Stockton for sure. Oh wait, no, he's probably trash. Oh, he's a JUCO, that's fine. That's like so perfect. That just feels like something that would happen to both of those teams too. Like kind of, it's just like Miami and Washington State feel like they have weird circumstances surrounding them all the time. All right, anyone that we can redshirt. If we're gonna be starting Cleveland, I'm gonna redshirt Deontay. Do we just have this guy now? He's a speed back. But Carlton's our best back. He's a junior. We got 2 shirts, 2 freshman red shirts. After that, we're gonna redshirt him as well. Set the depth chart now. Put Cleveland up there. Since he's got a little bit more speed than everybody else. And then Carlton. He was our starter last year, but he broke his ribs. Which is not cool. Alright, let's figure out this schedule. Who do we want to play? Well, you know. He's fast, he's just not good at being fast. We don't want our bye week there. We'd rather have our bye week here. So that gives us some options. Do we want to play really difficult games? Or do we want to give ourselves a shot in all of these? There's a lot of options. We could go with an FCS. I don't know if that's a diss to my shitty speedback or Jay Cutler. Let's go by cool ship for the first game. Hey, no. You don't say mean things about Marcus Mariota. He's a god among men in this state. I've seen him run really fast, alright? Ooh, I want to play Minnesota. I want to play Goldie. And we'll go to Minnesota for that game. And then we'll find a top 25 team. We'll play Florida State. We're going to make them come to us. So we have a better chance of winning. And that way we can beat them, because, you know, fuck Florida State. And then we'll play our FCS team. Play one from the Northwest. Which that seems like a really weird mascot, that's the word, for a Northwest team, the Predators. We got a solid conference, UNLV, SDSU, Nevada, Hawaii. This is going to be people are going to be at this game in Hood River, and they are going to riot in, like, if we don't win this game, it's going to look really bad for us. Wait, we play... I don't know what I saw weird. Anyways, Fresno State after that, New Mexico, Utah State, San Jose State, and then New Mexico State, which I think might be considered our rival game, or a rivalry game. Not entirely maybe not. Boise is our rival. That makes sense. We're not too far of a drive from Boise. We don't get to play them this year, but that's the way to go. F on our strength of schedule, but who cares? Oh, I forgot to scout those guys. I think. The CPU will do it. No worries there. My favorite college football game of all time is that first semi-final for the college football playoff with Oregon and Florida State, because Jameis Winston got picked apart and they got like absolutely destroyed that game. Like that little like backwards running fumble is probably up there in terms of favorite Duck plays of all time. And then, you know, the Ducks got obliterated by Ohio State in the next game, but what are you gonna do about that?